Good morning, fellow traders. Paul Wood here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we left off of the market yesterday. So SPX ended up being down a bit yesterday after a pullback from the highs. We had an up day and a down day. Monthly chart is still green. Weekly chart, a little bit rough here, 2 days into the week. So kind of like a little mini shooting star type candle right here. But anything could happen over the next 3 trading days, right? It's Wednesday. Whoop, whoop. So we'll see how that what they decide to do with the rest of the day today. A little bit choppy here going in the morning. We'll take a look at the futures in a little bit here. Daily chart yesterday, again, we've already filled, from the prior day, we filled the island top reversal right here. This is the island top reversal we really want to get to from before the Corona crash. But a little bit of pullback yesterday. Again, all the bears are, saying it's the beginning of the downturn, but they say that every red candle, right? So it is what it is. Let's see how it handles it. It might pull back to the ADMA, bounce off of it. We'll see what it does. Okay, so either way, we'll be ready for it. So let's take a look at the SPY. Decent volume yesterday on the pullback, though, and it was pretty interesting. Right? The Qs have been pretty strong. We'll take a look at that. But once the Qs went red, everything went red. So there's been a lot of divergences between those two. So definitely something to note. Let's take a look and see how things are going this morning. So these megaphone formations have really been playing out a lot recently on the SPY. Very rare. Normally we see more triangulation, more compression to expansion. But today we're seeing like these big back and forth swings of these last couple days. So that's very interesting on the SPY. Take a look at the ES. I mean, really, honestly, this has been an amazing megaphone here. Which again, these are very rare on the ES. So and it's generally pretty rare too. But really just kind of pulling back a little, right? Just been following the bottom of this megaphone a couple times. Bounced off this morning, gave us some signal zones to work with, and trying to rally a little bit now. Right, futures are slightly green. They've been going kind of flat, slightly red, slightly green. So yesterday, with the key level here was breaking down below here, retested, broke down, then it hit the bottom of the megaphone area and kind of bounced, and now it's kind of between levels. So let's see how that goes in today. Let's take a look at the MES, the S&P micros. And so a lot of folks like to trade these, so we still like to glance at it, just kind of see what's going on. So a little interesting right here. We've got a couple geometric lines that we could be working on. Almost looks like a downward channel here going into today too, in addition to that megaphone. So see how that goes. It would more likely see this start to play out than the top end of the megaphone, which would be like way up there. So, but you never know with this market. So anyway, good stuff there. Let's take a look at the Qs and see how they're doing this morning. So they've been leading the way either way, so we're kind of bouncing around this channel right here. It could be a potential bear flag from yesterday's down move, so just kind of keep an eye on that going into today. IWM down slightly this morning. A lot of choppy price action here as well. It's kind of doing its little thing, but just keep an eye on it, right? Really, one thing that we want to look at today are the banks, right? They struggled a little bit yesterday, and they're from what we saw, we're down a little bit pre-market, but those are going to be a big one to keep an eye on today as well. Let's take a look at a few of the big names here. So we got Apple, of course. We love looking at this one. So wow, this is up about 3 points here this morning. So it's already getting above this drop zone right here. So let's see if we get some strength and work its way back up to all-time highs. This has been a good one. Tesla, more deliveries than expected in China. So that's some pretty good news for it. Right? It's had some huge days recently. So let's see if it kind of ride its way up and get fresh all-time highs again today for Tesla. Speaking of electric car makers, let's take a look at Nikola. So Nikola actually got an upgrade this morning and is up about 3 points. So this has been struggling greatly here since this down move. Now we've been tracking this one, right? We pointed out this is a short opportunity here and here, and then it got all the way to the 50-day moving average. Now there is an open gap right here, so that is kind of one we definitely want to look at. But it's holding it right now. It got to the 50-day moving average, and then J.P. Morgan upgraded it this morning. So it got it's up about 3 points here this morning. So let's see how that holds going into today. And if that can give it a boost and try to, attempt to squeeze out some shorts on that one. Let's take a look at J.P. Morgan. So J.P. Morgan, kind of one of the big names here. We've got, so it's popping up a little bit here pre-market. So that goes down a little bit earlier. These are the ones that are going to start earnings season. Okay, so I'd like to see it try to make a little earnings rub going into there, but the XLF, things like that were a little bit weak yesterday. Just keep an eye on JP Morgan today. I'm not saying it's going to break down. It's still holding the cloud, but it did kind of poke its head below this geometric downward trend line right here. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Another one just kind of keep on the radar today. Very, very active yesterday is Walmart. It's up a little 2 points here this morning. So just kind of see how it gets, if it gets and stays above yesterday's high, and then of course any pre-market level. So pretty strong here this morning. Let's see if we get a continuation day. Continuation days are rare for Walmart, but it was some pretty big news yesterday with their prime competition. Nike was down a little bit here pre-market too, but getting a bounce as they apparently are buying the dip here this morning. But something to keep an eye on. So just retail names, things like that. Planet Fitness, again, not doing anything pre-market, but down a lot yesterday as the gym closures continue as Corona continues, right? So there's a big gap below on that one, so definitely something to keep an eye on there. Workhorse, okay, if I can get in there. There we go. Okay, so we're of course actually down a little bit pre-market right here, but the last move was this low volume pullback. So let's see how it holds these levels right here. See if it gives us a bounce. Otherwise, right, it could come back and test the next geo line down. So just something we're keeping on the radar to see if see what kind of rallies we can get on it. BABA, last but not least. Okay, so this is up about 10 points this morning, guys. Keep an eye on this one. It had a nasty candle yesterday, right? Almost a dark cloud cover. So a lot of bears getting interested in that right yesterday. So, but it's gapping up pre-market over these levels. That could give it a kicking pattern and really squeeze out the shorts again, like it did here with its gap and go. Why is it up pre-market? It has to do a lot with the Hong Kong listings that are going on with the China name. So definitely keep an eye on those today. But still a risky name to trade along with the other ones. So anyway, but stuff to keep on the radar. I hope everybody has a great trading day today. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.